All right, guys, let's talk about Return of the Fly, which is the first sequel in the Fly saga. Because there were three original movies that The Fly had before the David Cronenberg remake and the sequel. But there was The Fly, Return of the Fly, and Curse of the Fly. And I have never seen Return or Curse before, so I was really excited to finally see this with the Scream Factory box set. So let's get started and talk about Return of the Fly, the sequel, the first sequel to The Fly. And it's very interesting because the movie starts out where it's just like none of the other actors in the other movies are there. In the last movie, they're not in this one. And apparently, according to IMDb, they didn't want any other actors besides Vincent Price to come back. They thought, "Oh, we got Vincent Price. We're fine. We don't need anybody else." So they omitted all the other actors from the last movie, but they bring back the character Philippe, which is the son of Andre and Helene. So it is like those monster movies where they do the sequel and it's son of something, where it's the son Philippe who in this one is really wanting to figure out what his dad did, Andre did, with the mechanism that like transports atoms. And of course it goes wrong, and of course it's about the Fly and becoming the Fly again. And it's really the same movie for the most part again. It's I mean you have Vincent Price back in here as Francois, who knows about what has happened before, and Philippe kind of remembers, I guess, because he was a little kid whenever Andre did this. But it's like the story is pretty much the same, where they're experimenting again. The Fly melds with another human being again, in this case Philippe, and they've got to fix it. They've got to stop the Fly with the human with the fly head going and wrecking stuff. So it's the same movie again, but for me it wasn't as entertaining. And I did like this overall. I still like the movie overall. I'm not saying that the movie was like unwatchable or not great, but or not, yeah, not great. I think it was just good. I think it wasn't a movie that to me was super memorable as a sequel. But I think the fact that they did make a sequel, like, I'm not annoyed that they did. Like, I think that this sequel is fine and adequate, and it's fun, but it's not as fun as the original. It's not as great as the original. But I kind of went in not expecting that, and I'm not really expecting that for Curse of the Fly either. And also the fact I do appreciate in this movie, and I guess in Curse of the Fly as well, they filmed in black and white, and that makes it feel more of an old school monster movie than the original The Fly. Even though The Fly is an old school monster movie, it's in color, and I like that the sequels harken back to it being in black and white like other monster movies. I thought that was a cool way of doing this sequel, and like I said, the other one I think does it too, which I haven't seen yet, but that's cool that they're doing that. I like that visual aesthetic as a difference, and pretty much that's it. Like, this is just, it's not a super memorable sequel to me. Like, Vincent Price is good. The acting's good. The story's fine, but it's just the story again from the first one, but it's not as entertaining or as fun. But it's still a solid entry. It's still a solid fun time, but it's not one that I was super invested into. And overall, I just thought it was perfectly serviceable.